The slow cultural shift to people going back to analog has definitely been refreshing. But has anybody else noticed people turning this into a new expensive trend? To me, that feels like the antithesis of the benefits that you actually get from disconnecting from technology. You don't have to buy a bunch of brand new journals, get a new watch, buy a dumb phone to actually achieve the benefits of going analog. So as someone who tries to be both financially and environmentally responsible, I wanted to share the checklist that I use when deciding if I actually need to buy something. My first suggestion is to use what you already own. I know that's not nearly as fun as going out and buying a bunch of new things, but in the long term, you'll be grateful that you did. I have tons of journals that have just been collected over the years. Most of them are maybe only a quarter full. So when I started getting back into journaling, instead of immediately going out and buying a bunch of new journals, I just used what I already had. I also got a pack of just like cheap small notebooks a couple years back that I never really used. So I've just been using those as like my work notebooks since I already had them, just easy to use. And like I have a bunch of open pages in the back of my therapy notebook. So I've been using that as the notebook that I also use for scripting videos. Yes, I do have to make sure I leave that one at home, but that's a different issue. My biggest struggle has not been buying too many pens, and I've had mixed results there. But I do recognize that that might also just be my personal justification, so I feel better about doing it. Just think of this as a perfect time to use up all of the old random shit you've been leaving around your house that you've been telling yourself you will use someday. If you don't own what you need, the second best option is to borrow it from someone else. If you don't have a library card, go get one. They'll most likely have what you're looking for, and you get to support your community in the process. Another great option is borrowing things from your friends. Little makes me happier than when a friend asks to borrow one of my favorite books. It just feels really collaborative and connecting. If neither of those options work for what you're looking for, the next best bet is to buy something used. If I have to buy things, I just try to be very intentional about what I buy. If you've exhausted all of your other options and you need to buy something that's new, invest in something that's well made and is going to last. Like, if you can't find a used record player that you like, invest in one that's going to last decades, not that you're going to be replacing in a year or two. I bought a new one over a decade ago and it works as well today as it did the day that I got it. It's just about being more mindful and intentional with everything you bring into your house. So this is just the mental checklist that I try to go through whenever I decide if I need to buy something. It's really helped me to be more intentional and considerate about the things that I think I need. And for me at least, living analog and being more thoughtful about what I'm getting feels a lot better when it's not tied to overconsumption. Thanks for sticking around. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. And if you're interested in learning more about living intentionally, check out this video I made here. And if you're oh God, one of the cats farted.